Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking love during lockup, season 5, episode 58. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. This is the season finale, and the show picks up right where it left off with Kate, Hunter, and Kaleigh. Lord have mercy. This was a roller coaster. I mean, this was a lot. And I have to tip my hat to the Love After Lockup producers. You guys are scumbags, but you pulled this shit off. The only thing you missed was the meetup. There should have been a meetup when Kaleigh met up with Kate. I mean, seriously, I would have been all over the Love After Lockup cast information. I would have been on her Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that shit. I would have said, listen, you pimp, there is a lot that we need to talk about. Let's get into it. So she's at the shop still. She is breaking down. She is crying. Her feelings are hurt. And as I'm watching this, my heart breaks for her. I know that she truly did love him. She thought that they were going to have a future together. He meant the world to her. But even though my heart was breaking for her, I was also thinking, you are a talented, smart, beautiful young lady, and you didn't have to go searching for a man on a prison website. And you did not have to give your heart to him 1000%. You just opened yourself up to him, and you didn't have to do that. I feel for her, but at the same time, I keep thinking, you put all of your faith in a man that you met in prison. I'm sorry, I really am, but come on now. She is so devastated. She runs outside. Then she decides that she wants to go home. She's crying. She's having a fit. And I thought, I hope her friend is not paying for her hairstyle because she wasn't even finished doing this girl's hair. Well, the girl jumps in the car with her and goes home. But as soon as she gets to her house, she jumps out the car and runs into the house, slams the damn door, and leaves her friend outside. She is so upset. She says that she knows that all of her family and friends are going to say, I told you so. She is extremely embarrassed because she just had complete blind faith into this man that she never knew outside of prison. Her friend from work comes over. She finally lets them in, and she tells them again that she really didn't want to hear the I told you so's, and I didn't want her to hear that either. They're not there to say that. They're there to support her. I think she definitely deserved better. That's the one thing that Hunter did say that I agree with. Kaleigh deserves better than this. Better than him. Hunter is absolutely full of shit. Talking about he realized that when he came home, he wanted to come home to Kate. Even though he had been lying to Kate and seeing these women meeting up with them, he felt that telling Kaleigh that it was an ex would be less messy. There's no way that any of this situation was going to be less messy. Hunter is an absolute con man scumbag. And to me, Kate is a pimp, and she pimped him out, and he enjoyed himself. And Kate sitting around thinking that she won. You didn't win shit. You have been played and lied to and cheated on just as much as Kaleigh. The only difference is you didn't lose out on any money, but you lost just as much as Kaleigh. I have no sympathy for her. I don't give a shit about her sitting around talking about she's been betrayed by Hunter. So she's been ignoring his call, but she answers immediately when he calls. Give me a break. I feel no sympathy for this woman. She is trash. He's giving her the line that they do, you know, I love you. I love you so much. I just want to be with you. I promise I'm not talking to any more pen pals. I'm not getting money from anybody. I'm not returning any messages. Everything is over. I left her for you. I love you. And she's falling for the bullshit. Then she wants to tell him that he's taken advantage of her. No, both of you have taken advantage of these innocent women who believed the story and fell for the fake ass dream. Then we fast forward 4 weeks, the week that the trailer releases, and some brilliant producer has decided that they need to be there when Kaleigh watches the trailer. She freaks the hell out. She asked production, she said, so there's 2 of us dating him this whole time. Are you fucking serious? She sits there and cries for a minute, and then she pulls off. Well, the producer is in the car with her. The cameras are up, and this was a very unsafe moment for me. First of all, she is extremely emotional. She's crying. She's upset. She's texting. She's reading messages off of her phone. She's driving. She's looking at the producer. She's screaming and hollering. I'm thinking to myself, this is not a safe situation. You should not be having this conversation while the car is moving, while she is in the middle of traffic. Like, this is not cute. Now, when she said, bitch, fuck you, to Kate, I felt that shit all the way in my house, watching through the TV. I said, oh, shit, she is mad as hell. If I was her, knowing that Kate and him set all this shit up, she should use that money that she was going to spend on an attorney for his ass and sue the fuck out of Kate and him. But what really ticked me off is when she said that her and him never truly broke up. Shortly after the breakup, he called her and said that he was just trying to put on an act for the producers, to spice up the show. And she fell for that bullshit. And she's still been giving him money. Over the last month, she's given him about $1,000. She's been visiting him. They've been talking about being together, being married, all this bullshit. And that's when my sympathy for her stopped. I said, what the fuck? What? There is no way in hell that you are about to call me, break up with me, tell me this story about some ex, and the next thing you know, I'm back talking to you again. How the hell can I even show my face in the salon knowing that I'm still talking with you? That is just terrible. When a person tells you who they are, when they show you who they are, believe that bullshit. I was just mad as hell. I said, now this is where her family should say, what the fuck? Are you serious? Everybody plays a fool. You threw all of that. You were devastated. Cried your damn eyes out. Now you're in the car throwing a whole damn temper tantrum because you decided to stay with him, keep going to see him, keep accepting his calls, and put $1,000 on this man's books. Get the fuck out of here with that.
How'd you get into this spot? You played yourself.
Then the producer had the nerve to look at her and say, you played me? You damn right she played you. Didn't y'all play her? He got the nerve to ask her if she played him by not telling him that her and Hunter were still talking and seeing each other. Get the hell out of here. She says that she believed that he was just going to keep on playing with her until he got out of jail. And then when he got out of jail, he was just going to ghost her. Then she gets out in the middle of the desert talking about she's just going to focus on herself. She's never going to date another inmate again. And she is going to focus on becoming stronger and more successful. Then she goes out into the desert, digs a hole, throws in the ring and the dildo she bought, talking about she's burying their life. You paid for that damn ring and that damn dildo. Ain't no way in hell I'm burying my money out in the damn desert. Get the hell out of here with this bullshit. Then we see Kate in Scottsdale, Arizona, sitting poolside with some friend, Enrique. She's trying to make Hunter jealous on the phone, talking about she's having a poolside date with Enrique. She thought that shit was so cute. You look like a fucking fool, because as you're sitting over there trying to get him all hot and jealous, you're over there thinking about taking him back. You're going to be together. I'm in charge of this relationship. Girl, you are a fucking idiot, just like Kaleigh is an idiot and Hunter ain't shit. Listen, you deserve Hunter. You really do. We find out that they are still together, and I'm pretty sure that Hunter has, though he's still in jail, he probably has a ton of other women that he's speaking to. Moving on. Then we go to Tia and Rob. Lord have mercy. Tia is crazy as hell. Well, first of all, let me say that it was a blog that reported that another person who was staying in the hotel on the same floor in the room next to Tia and Rob, she reported that Rob whooped Tia's ass out in the hallway. And she reported this over a week and a half ago before this episode aired. And she took photos, and they were wearing the outfits that they had on in the show. So it's possible that Rob did put his hands on her. I can't say that that's true. It's all alleged, but he did have an attitude. His attitude went from 0 to 100 real quick. He was popping off. He pushed that cameraman and that camera, threw that chair around. You know, he could end up back in jail. I posted here in the video what the lady said happened, and if you want to push pause so you can read it all, you can. So I thought that Tia was acting extremely selfish. Rob came back from the probation meeting. She was already acting crazy as hell. She said that it had been 4 to 5 hours since he left, and she was so glad that he is back and they can be alone. He wants to go to Harlem, visit some of his family and friends that he hasn't seen in the last 10 years. He also wants to show her around, you know, where he came from. And she doesn't want to do it. She wants to sit in that hotel room all day having the sex. She wants to lay up and be cuddled and, you know, just the two of them. And he doesn't understand that. You know, he says he's been locked up for 10 years. Anybody who has been locked up 10 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. They don't want to come home and just lay up next to you all day for 48 hours. They want to get out of that damn hotel room and go see what has changed? What's going on? How is everybody doing? And Rob comes back from the probation officer. He's got some new outfits. He's got some new shoes. He just goes in and changes. I said, where's the shower? We have yet to see him even allude to taking a shower. I'm sick of this. Anyway, she throws a complete fit. She is upset about him not wanting to lay up in that hotel room with her. She starts arguing with him about living with that lady, and she never met her. She's calling the woman a bitch. She is losing her damn mind. I said, when he went to the probation office, he called you and asked if he could move in with you. And you did the right thing by saying no, but where else is he supposed to go? You know, you're not going to be in charge of where the hell this man can go if you're not going to let him live at your house, which was the right move. Don't let him move at your house. But this was real crazy to me that she would act like that. And I was thinking to myself, you wanted to be together with him. Getting out of that hotel room, going to see his family, going to see where he grew up, having a little lunch, you would still be with him. You would still be together. Then you could come back to the hotel and you could have the sex and hug up all night long. That's a compromise. The way you were acting is absolutely crazy. Then when he gets upset and slams the door, she gonna go in there and ask him, is he okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay, girl? What the hell? He just got out of jail 10 years and now you're supposed to be his new warden? She is a red flag. She is a clinger. They could have had a really good time walking around, seeing all of Harlem, but she was just too damn clingy. She couldn't let go. I did not like his temper. He was doing a little too much. He was popping off a lot, which is kind of nerve-wracking, but at the same time, nobody wants to sit up like that. She starts to say that they can't be together. She doesn't think he cares about her as much as she cares about him. She's packing up his shit. She's putting him out. And we see him walking down the street, holding all of his stuff in bags like an old hobo movie. And she throws herself across the bed talking about, I'm done, bro. I fucking ruin everything every time. If you know that, why do you act like this? I think you act like this because you have had trauma and you have not dealt with it. You really do need to get some therapy. So they say at the end that her and Rob broke up the day they stopped filming. Rob is connected with an ex-girlfriend and moved to Miami. He's trying to be an actor and a model. Tia is saying that Rob has been trying to pursue her, but she is not interested. I don't believe that, not one bit. Moving on. Jakeema and Donny. Listen, her daddy calls her on the FaceTime and asked her how Donny was doing. Is he still in the military? And finally, she has to tell the truth. And she tells her dad that Donny is in jail. You know, her dad was shocked. But I think her dad knew that something was off. Something was wrong. He says to her, you lied to me. And you know better than that. You're smart. And he said, "You're so damn smart, you outsmarted your damn self." Listen, her dad, that cracked me up, but he was right. She is absolutely wrong. She tells him that he got thrown in the hole, and now he's got another 20 months added to his time. And her dad says, you need to come on back to Texas. She tells him he was in jail for drugs and that she got her name thrown into it because of cash apps. Her dad says, don't get mixed up in any of this bullshit. You need to come on back home. He wants to see his grandchildren. He misses his grandsons. They need to be home with their family. I don't know why she risked that. She goes and says it again, that she don't play about her kids, but clearly you do play about your kids, because your kids told you that they didn't want to live in Ohio. They miss their family. They miss their cousins. They want to go home to Texas. Your daddy told you you need to come home, and you still fucking around in Ohio. So you do play about your kids. We find out that her brother was murdered in 2013, and I am so sorry to hear that. She says the case is not solved. They have no idea who killed her brother. She also said that 3 days before her brother died, she talked to him. She let him know that she was in a very bad relationship where there was, I guess, physical violence. And he told her that he was coming down there to help her get out of that relationship. And she just wished that she could tell him that she got out. But here's the thing. Your brother died. You got out of the relationship, and then you got in this relationship with Donny. You really do need to see somebody. You have grief that you need to work through and trauma. You are pulling your sons into all this bullshit. So you do play about those kids. See her talk to Donny on the phone, and he's trying to act like he loves her so much. Please don't leave me. I can't do life without you. Please don't go back to Texas. He's brokenhearted. He needs her. He wants her to be closer. For what? You in lockdown half the damn time. Your visitations is cut off. She can do these video calls with you down in Texas with her family. Then we see her visit her dad down in Texas. She lets him know that she's staying in Ohio. He tells her, I want you to come home. I miss my grandkids. Then Donny does this FaceTime with her and says how much he loves her. And she's dancing and wiggling like a child. I just thought, what the fuck is going on? Donny asked her dad for her hand in marriage, and this motherfucker gives them the blessing. I said, are you fucking kidding? Is this some kind of joke? I was so damn angry. We find out that her and them kids is still in Ohio. They are now engaged. She is still not on his visitation list. And this idiot does not get out of jail until 2029. So I guess she just gonna sit in Ohio, not on the visitation list, still having FaceTime visits with this jackass until 2029. You could have did that shit from Texas, and your daddy could have spent time with his grandkids. This was cringy as hell. It really was. And, her dad, you can tell he just wants her to be happy and safe. But she is so excited about being engaged to Donny. Oh, he loves me, blah, blah. You are making one bad decision after another. It is so just sad. Sam and Krystal. Well, Sam is still a simp. Okay, after all the seasons of Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup, and all the couples that we have met. Now, we have met a lot of suckers. We really have. But Sam, King Sucker. I mean, seriously, she played this motherfucker brilliantly. All right? She has manipulated, gaslit. I mean, she has set this motherfucker on fire. This woman is disgusting. Sam is sitting around the house moping and whining and crying because he hasn't spoke to Krystal since she cussed his ass the hell out over the phone. So he's sitting outside like a lost puppy with tears in his eyes, barely hanging on, just barely hanging on. I mean, I was so sick of Sam. Grab your balls back and leave. Break up. Move the fuck on. She finally calls him, and this wussy baby with the tears in his eyes, he is so apologetic. I mean, she is really manipulating the hell out of him. She is playing the game like nobody's business. She says that she's sorry the way she spoke to him. She just wants him to know that she's okay. She just needed to take some time for herself. I said, yeah, right, girl. You was just playing, Sam. Anyway, does anybody wonder why when she calls him, the name on the phone says Kaleigh? Who the hell is Kaleigh? I thought her name was Krystal. He apologizes to her for not coming to visit. I said, you know what? That is so stupid. You didn't do anything wrong. You worked a 24-hour shift. Why would you apologize for that? So after working a 24-hour shift, you're supposed to just get on the road, drive 6 hours to visit her. You could get into a car accident. You could hurt yourself or somebody else. This makes absolutely no sense. She treats him like shit and he falls in line. That is part of the plan. He asked her about her ex, Brittany, and she said, don't worry. You know, there's nothing between us. The only physical contact I ever have is when I hug you during visitation. Don't worry. You can trust me. Don't believe that mushmouth. Do not believe that woman. He says to him, marriage means to him life or death devotion. I said, that ain't the truth. Because you didn't stay with your first wife, and I don't know what the hell she did that it canceled out the life and the devotion, but whatever the fuck that was, I wish Krystal would hurry up and do that so that you can set yourself free. Krystal is still in jail, still waiting for a parole hearing, and Sam is still working himself to death to support her and her girlfriend in prison. Moving on. Savannah and Bradley. I don't like this couple. I don't give a shit about this couple. According to Brad's sister, Savannah is on that stuff again. She packs up half the damn house and half the bathroom to go to the hotel to stay overnight to pick Bradley up from prison. Did you see all the clothes and all of the makeup and hair products that she brought? Then she got dressed up and you seen what she looked like. I said, are you going to use any of those products? What the hell is happening here? Anyway, they're going to be on Love After Lockup, and I don't give a shit. I don't like this couple. They're idiots. And then last but definitely least, MJ and Willie were so low on the damn totem pole, they didn't even get a segment. I guess they are still engaged. Willie didn't get out of jail right away because some sort of warrant delayed his release. That says a lot. Anyway, MJ has not spoken to Ami. And, you know, Love After Lockup people, don't bring them back. They were boring as hell. She was pissing me off, and I don't like them. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.